A very warm welcome in to the Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League 2023. We're getting ready for game 4 of the day. Live from the Brixton Recreation Centre here in the heart of London. Sponsors, we're presented by Stance Socks and Contested.com. And don't forget, check us out, Hoopsfix.com. If you want to be here live in attendance, that's the place to go, not only for the news, but also for tickets information. Tickets are absolutely free. You do need to sign up. We do have limited capacity available here. Of course, follow Hoopsfix across all the social media platforms. We're on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, of course, that's where you run out, and Instagram. Follow Hoopsfix Women as well for all the news, reviews about women's basketball action and individuals across Britain and the wider world. Surrey Scorchers taking on the Glacier Boys. Glacier Boys are in the black uniforms. Surrey Scorchers are in red. Both sides coming in with a 1-1 record. Glacier Boys, of course, champions last season. Very real danger of going out or not even making the semi-finals. Of course, all the teams will be here for the next 2 weeks playing classification matches if they don't make the semis. Three's on the way. Jamell Anderson just off the mark. For the Surrey Scorchers, Kayne Henry taking out the floor. Had Amin Adamu of the Catherine Bulls making a real nice cut for him. Boban Jacdonmi, of course, played for the Scorchers last year, puts down the 2. Puts it up. Adamu taking it the other way. Ciaran Sandy going baseline. Beautiful pass to Adamu. Oh, that is brilliant basketball. 3 from the corner. Goes. Anderson. Just like that, Josh Smith-White gets the triple right back on the assist. Jamell Anderson. That's a long 2 as Kayne Henry drives in. Tipped out of play. It's going to stay with the Glacier Boys. In case you're not aware, the clock stays running for the first 38 minutes of the game. Kayne Henry can't get the 3 to go. Max Coupe pulls down the rebound. Drive can't finish there. Tchouya. Ciaran Sandy taking it the other way. Comes on the way. No good there from Evans. Put back. Jacdonmi. That doesn't go either. Josh Smith-White hands off to Ciaran Sandy. Sorry, not Ciaran Sandy, Max Coupe. Jamell Anderson, oh my word, tried to put one on. Jacdonmi didn't go, and Adamu puts it down. That's how it's done, fellas. Tchouya. Initial deny. 3 balls on the way from Anderson. Can't go. Rebound. Josh Smith-White makes no mistake. Long pass to Jacdonmi. Puts it down. There was communication for the Scorchers, but not able to do anything about Jacdonmi, as that's going to just fall short from Tchouya. Change coming. Ciaran Sandy gives it back to Evans. 3 ball, no good. Oh, Anderson. Oh, Anderson wanted that a little bit too much. Tried to hammer it home. Denied by the rack twice. Kayne Henry has it stripped. As Max Coupe going the other way. Smith-White puts it home. A man jam. Darmy finds Evans. Going to work on Max Coupe, puts it off the glass and down. Anderson. Coupe has it stolen by Evans. It's going to be in the hands of Boban Jacdonmi. Over the timeline, Evans. As that's been stolen by Jamell Anderson. This time puts it down. No issues. 8 plays 11. Anderson living above the rim. Oh, Sandy loses it. Amin Adamu driving in. Foul is called on Jamell Anderson. If this is your first time with us, the clock stays running until the final 2 minutes of the game. Obviously, timeouts stop the clock and end of period breaks and such. Other than that, the clock stays running, so we've still got 4:40 left in the period. As the one free throw for 2 points goes, you get one shot for whatever the points value of your attempt that you are fouled on is worth. Again, that is all until the final 2 minutes, and then we just play regulation FIBA basketball. Remains Scorchers ball. Remains Scorchers ball. Boban Jacdonmi taking a break. Max Richardson checking in for him. Tom Child is also back into the game. Max Richardson. Oh, Kayne Henry throws it down with a little bit of a flourish on it. No good. Brandon Tchouya finds Jamell Anderson. It's a nice idea. Kieran Otabor not quite up with it. Sitting down is Adamu. Sitting down as well is Max Coupe. Evan Walshe comes for him. Tom Ward into the game for the Glacier Boys. That Worthing Thunder stalwart. Kayne Henry's triple can't go. Evan Walshe, the Leicester rider, driving in. No good with the righty finish. Kayne Henry tries to find Max Richardson. Kayne Henry driving like it was about to open for him. They know what he can do. So the Scorchers defenders close that particular door. Evan Walshe battling at the top. Woo into the game. Puts it up, no good. On the mid-range, Otabor. Akwasi Yeboah. To the corner. Otabor. Good ball movement, it's Walshe. Gets him jumping. A little two-man action with Anderson and Walshe. Foul is called. That whistle took just a moment to arrive. So Evan Walshe to the stripe. 8 plays 15. Glacier Boys in the lead. With a degree of control over the early proceedings. That will help them as Walshe can't go. Kayne Henry over the timeline. That's a great battling drive through. Akwasi Yeboah makes no mistake. Good for 2. Walshe, great pass, finds Anderson. Anderson cannot be given that room. That is a let-off for the Glacier Boys. Back to the top with Walshe. Long 3. Just short. And that's wide open for Anderson. You don't put a hand in his face, he's gonna do just that. Good ball movement. Kayne Henry wants a triple. He's off left. Evan Walshe doing everything except for the finish. Doesn't go either. Akwasi Yeboah finds Henry. Henry off the glass. Good for 2. That's a fine bit of play. From Yeboah to Henry. Jamell Anderson, long 3. Just off the rim. That's going to do it. After 10 minutes, Glacier Boys are up 11-19. With the Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League 2023 presented by StanSocks and Contested.com. Let's take a quick look at the standings of this one. Glacier Boys coming to the game second in the standings. They lost last time out. Who did they lose to? They lost to Hoopspace, 42-52 Hoopspace, with a perfect 2-0 record so far. Now the thing with the Glacier Boys is, the first game, they won pretty convincingly. They have a plus 20 goal points differential, should I say, despite the loss, as they beat the the OT Boys, 76-48 in round 1. And this really is the battle between these two sides will define who goes to the semi-finals, Glacier Boys or the Surrey Scorchers. Hoopspace, they've already punched their ticket. They've got 4 points on the board, and the OT Boys are unable to make it as they have an 0-2 record. OT Boys take on Hoopspace in our final game of the day, which could be very interesting in deciding who plays in the semi-finals. So Hoopspace, OT Boys, that is our final game of the day. That's tipping off at 16:45. And next up after this one, Vet Status taking on TVC. That game is at 3:30 in Pool B. Vet Status with the 1-on-1 record, TVC the 0-2 record. Glacier Boys get us back underway in the second period of play. It stays with the Glacier Boys. Long 2, just short from Akwasi Yeboah. Richardson pulls down the rebound. Good ball movement. Jamell Anderson trying to intercept it. Ciaran Sandy comes for Tom Child. Jack Burnell in possession for the first time. Akwasi Yeboah driving through, battling through the bodies. Good ball movement. And a 2 points is good. Ciaran Sandy, credit Tom Ward with the assist. Credit the Glacier Boys more generally with good ball rotation and retention. They're up by 10, 11 plays 21. Ikenna Inwugwu on the outside, driving in. Inwugwu kicks out. No good from Brandon Tchouya. Tom Ward over the timeline. Change coming. Danny Evans going to check in next time by, as that escapes the clutches of Akwasi Yeboah, and Yeboah it is who makes way. Trouble's on the way. Jamell Anderson off to the left, a little bit too much sauce on it. Evans. Still Evans. It's the elbow. Spinning, rotating. Tom Ward puts down the mid-range J's. Good for 2 more. 11 plays 23. Glacier Boys. Ricky Broadmoor not happy with how things went last week, obviously. They took that loss. And they are all over getting this one back. Evan Walshe, though, not letting it get too out of hand. 14 plays 23. Evan Walshe sings the triple. 2 changes coming. Tom Ward. Ooh, he likes that spot. Just short on that time. As Walshe puts the triple up, puts the triple down. Back to back unanswered triples from Evan Walshe. 6 points is the difference. Oh, Sandy puts it in from the elbow. And the difference is back to 8. Evan Walshe, can he? Gets to his spot, puts it up. Doesn't go this time. Ciaran Sandy. Max Richardson. Great ball movement. 3's on the way. No good that time. Jack Burnell. Inwugwu. Can't finish. Into the hands of Ward. Ciaran Sandy puts up the triple. Puts down the triple. Oh, it's a long 2. Toe on the line. It's a good basket and it's a 10-point difference regardless. Evan Walshe fouled on his way through. He's going to go to the line. He's going to shoot 1. And it's an and 1. Change is coming. Sitting down, Ikenna Inwugwu. Number 3, Akwasi Yeboah into the game. This guy's passed to the corner. Evans tries to send it back to the corner for Sandy. Took a touch on the way through. That explains it. Adamu, no good. And Burnell fouls Tchouya. Substitution, Kayne Henry back into the contest, playing his trade in Germany for Kirchheim in the second tier. 3 ball, just short into the hands of Ciaran Sandy. Adamu playing at the European level as well for Kapfenberg Bulls in Austria. Danny Evans can't get the 3 to go. Yeboah gets it ahead to Walshe. Walshe, disguises the pass to Tchouya. And Tchouya is fouled by Boban Jacdonmi. Roosevelt Davis checking into the contest for the first time for Surrey. No good, Kayne Henry that time. Can't get it the second time. He is fouled on his way up. We'll see who that's called on. Number 3. And that is Akwasi Yeboah. So again, as Brandon Tchouya heads to the bench, Josh Smith-White checking in for him. No good. They get their own rebound though, the Glacier Boys. They're up by 6. 3 minutes left in the first half. Triples on the way. Too deep for Kayne Henry. Not able to keep the ball alive, Roosevelt Davis. A good that time from Evans over the timeline. Evan Walshe gives it to Jackson in the corner. No good from outside. 2:16 left in the period and in the half. Jamell Anderson battling away with Jacdonmi. No strangers to one another. Davis. And look at that sign from the corner. Amin Adamu as Evan Walshe. Oh, beautiful pass. Right, Adamu finds Boban Jacdonmi. Got the finish it deserved. And Surrey want to talk things over. 21 plays 29. 1:40 left in the half. Here, Raftopoulos. Has the players in a huddle. Talking to him before the game. His first season purely coaching. As all coaches know, it is extraordinarily full on. He's enjoying it. And his experience and wealth of knowledge would be an absolute crime to lose that from the game. So it's glad to see that ex-pros as players are passing it on to the next generation through their coaching. Of course, son of legendary coach himself. Both sides back onto the floor. 1:40 to go. 8 points of difference in this first half of action. Surrey Scorchers trail to the Glacier Boys. Scorchers in red uniforms. Glacier Boys in the black uniforms. And it's Evan Walshe for Surrey, taking it over the timeline, trying to drive on Adamu. Jamell Anderson. Denied once, won't be denied a second time. Fouled on the play. It's blocking foul. End line ball. The foul called on Tom Child. One of two Glacier Boys who playing his trade in Ireland last year as Jamell Anderson reigns home the triple. And with a minute to go, Scorchers make it a 5-point game. Amin Adamu finds Tom Child. Hands off to Evans. Is he thinking about a triple from there? And he wants something a little closer. That's a foul called on Roosevelt Davis. Clock stays running, 40 seconds to play. So they need to get the ball back and get the ball moving in a hurry. And they do. Adamu. And inside to Jacdonmi. Fouled called on Jamell Anderson. Jamell Anderson's never committed a foul, that boy. Or so he'd have you believe. Boban Jacdonmi at the stripe. Doesn't go. Tapped home by Kayne Henry. And that will do it at the end of the first half. 24-31, Glacier Boys leading it. As it stands, they've got their place in the semi-final booked. We'll see how it goes. 20 minutes to play here at the Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League 2023, presented by Stan Socks and Contested.com. 20 to play here at Barking Rec Centre. Glad to have you along. My name's Darren Paul, bringing you all the action from the Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League 2023. Brought to you by StanSocksandContested.com. You want to be here? You can be. Hoopsfix.com. All the tickets information. Tickets are absolutely free. We've got 2 weeks left, and it all heats up next week's semi-final action, followed by the finals the week after. Get your summer started right here in Brixton. Back underway. Surrey Scorchers 24, the Glacier Boys 31 for a place in the semi-finals. Denied. And now Glacier Boys taking up the floor for the first time in the period. Boban Jacdonmi. Sorry, it's Akwasi Yeboah, should I say. And Akwasi Yeboah puts it down. Boban Jacdonmi on the bench currently for the Glacier Boys. Max Coupe denied on the baseline. It's into the hands of Tchouya. No good for Tchouya that time. No good from Tchouya at the stripe. That one shot would have been worth 2. That's how we roll for the first 38 minutes of games here at the Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League. 2 games left today. Vet Status take on TVC in Game 5. Game 6, final game of the day. Hoopspace take on the OT Boys. Shots up. No good. From Amin Adamu. Trying to Tchouya. Oh my word. Pushed the tempo, couldn't get it. Akwasi Yeboah, that's good. Through the defense of Coupe. 11 points the difference. Jamell Anderson trying to spin his way to the basket. Tom Ward doing his bit on defense. 3 ball. No good from Tchouya. Yeboah pulls down the board. Sent the length of the floor to Adamu, who makes no mistake. And the Glacier Boys starting to stretch their legs now. 24 plays 37, Max Coupe. They're making it so difficult, and it's Adamu again. He's got Jamell Anderson for company. Instead he went to Akwasi Yeboah. Yeboah put it down, and that sent the Scorchers to the huddle early. 7:23 left in the third. 24 plays 39, and just like that, Glacier Boys go on an 8-0 unanswered run. Impressive stuff. Let's take a look at our stat leaders for the game so far. Adamu has 9. Akwasi Yeboah has 8. Kieran Sandy has 6 for the Glacier Boys. For Surrey, Jamell Anderson has 8 points. Josh Smith-White has 6, and Evan Walshe has 5. Akwasi Yeboah dominating on the boards. He's got 6. Josh Smith-White has 4 rebounds. Not heaps of assists from the Glacier Boys. Actually, tell a lie. Glacier Boys have 8 assists. Amin Adamu has 2 of those assists. Jamell Anderson has 2 of the 5 assists from Surrey. So there are lots of assists, but they're just being shared by the Glacier Boys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players with assists for the Glacier Boys. Only one of those, Amin Adamu, has double-digit assists. There we go. That's your stat breakdown, brought to you by StanSocksandContested.com. We are back underway. 24 plays 39, 7:15 left in the third period. Jamell Anderson misses everything out of play. on that 3-ball effort. Tom Child bringing it up the floor. Trap comes. Adamu's been whacked in the face as Evan Walshe puts down the 2. Adamu stays in the game as Akwasi Yeboah, and Adamu puts one on his head. Let Kieran Otabor know he was there. 26 plays 41. I think Adamu's eye is okay. Evan Walshe thought about pulling the trigger from 3. Thought better of it. Finds Josh Smith-White. Great ball movement. Underneath is Otabor. Unable to get his shot away. Good defense there by Adamu, who wanted it. Brandon Tchouya throws down. Big man play from the JUCO star. 28 plays 41. Triple's on the way. Triple's down. Akwasi Yeboah makes it 28-44. Step back, Anderson off the mark, into the hands of Adamu. Finds Yeboah. Child wanted it, still Yeboah. Puts it down, headed to the stripe. Can he add one more? Jamell Anderson with the foul. Akwasi Yeboah decided that he's liking what Adamu's been doing. He's going, you know what? Have a bit of that. Take over the game myself, mate. Don't you worry about it. Tom Child and Amin Adamu take a seat. Checking in Max Richardson as the 3-point play does not go. And Danny Evans back into the contest. Evan Walshe pulls up just short of the 3. Yeboah with the rebound. Had his defender Otabor on his heels. That's a big foul by Yeboah. Basket's good. Going to go to the line for one more is Brandon Tchouya. Gets a favourable bounce and makes it an 11-point game once more. 33 plays 44. Akwasi Yeboah, 4:06 left in the 3rd period of play. Has the lane, Burnell. A little bit too high with the shot. Jacdonmi and Henry to check in next time. It's a nice idea by Jamell Anderson. Otabor started his cut just a dash too early. And out of play it went. Yeboah and Ward sits down. Jacdonmi and Henry into the game. No good. Max Richardson from outside. Jamell Anderson hands off to Evan Walshe. Walshe, no good from 3. Follows his own rebound. Stays with the Glacier Boys, but good hustle from Evan Walshe. Roosevelt Davis checks into the contest. Kieran Otabor to the sideline. It's Ricky Broadmoor. Always talking to his team, Kayne Henry. Always making things happen for his team. Puts it down, 33 plays 46. 13 points the difference. Kicks to the corner, good ball movement. Jamell Anderson, Evan Walshe now. Steps back. Puts up the triple. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Evan Walshe puts it down. 10-point game. Chipping away. Oh, Surrey. Floats it up. No good from Evans. Broadmoor not thrilled by what he sees. Foul on the play. 10 black with the push. That is Boban Jacdonmi. Second personal for Boban. Second team foul in the period. Third period of action, under 2 minutes to play in it, 10 points the difference. Can this become 7, too short from Walshe? Rolled around on him really. As Kayne Henry drives through, oh! That was one for the cameras. Doesn't drop as Tchouya kicks to the wing. No good, into the hands of Tchouya, out the hands of Tchouya, thanks to Boban Jacdonmi. Change coming. Ikenna Inwugwu checks in for Evan Walshe. Kicks to the corner, 3 balls on the way. Good from outside. Burnell. Credit the assist to Kayne Henry. Jamell Anderson thought about pulling up from outside, still might, does. A little bit too strong into the hands of Boban Jacdonmi. Final minute to play in the third. 13-point contest. Evans kicks it to the corner. 3 ball is nothing but net. Kayne Henry back-to-back triples for the Glacier Boys. Kicks to the corner. Tchouya. A little bit to the left on that shot. Comes off the back iron. Evans kicks it to the corner. Max Richards. Good ball movement. Burnell steps to the foul stripe. Good. Jacdonmi, rewind that later. Really drove in to get that rebound or at least battle and box out. Good play. So there's a foul on the play. So as the buzzer goes, we're still going to get the free throw. It's going to be 1 shot. It's going to be worth 2. It's going to be Jamell Anderson at the stripe for the blocking foul. Didn't see clearly who that was called on. Anderson sinks it. Good for 2. At the end of 3, it's 38-54. We have seen across the first 3 weeks of the Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League 2023 that when players have gone to the stripe at the end of periods, they have, I think, all but one have made their free throw. I can't remember the individual. Hey, I'm too polite to even say if I did remember the individual, but I think only 1 free throw has been missed after the buzzer. Don't know if it's the tunes that the DJ's got going or what. Makes it a little bit easier for the individuals. We are into the final period, or will be in just a moment, of action as Evan Walshe is getting some clarity and direction from the match official. Heard Evan Walshe challenging a call, or talking about a call, not necessarily challenging it, but talking it through with Ricky Broadball, the opposition coach. There's a couple of skills coaches with him today who aren't getting particularly involved in the action, but I think that's for conversations later on, or not too sure. I mean, this is a great event. Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League. The great and the good come out. Where else can you watch international caliber basketball players up close and personal for free, and also a bit of networking? Catch up with old friends, old faces. I mean, I don't lie to you, that's what I've been up to during the period breaks. Having a wonderful time. Here in Brixton, 2 weeks to go. Next week, semi-finals and the 5 to 8 matchups. And then on the 16th, it is the finals in the men's and the women's competition, including bronze medal matches and the rest of the ranking fixtures. Time to play. Just waiting for something with the table. I'm not entirely sure what. Doesn't matter now. We're back underway. Final 10 minutes of action. Glacier Boys on offense. Kayne Henry thought about going up, tries to go inside. Lovely round the back pass, can't go to the hands of Ciaran Sandy. Sandy, 6 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist in the matchup so far. A 12 index score, if you're about that kind of thing. Oh, stolen away. Kayne Henry going inside. Beautiful reverse finish against the defending of Ikenna Inwugwu. Tchouya, no good. Under immense pressure, that's Roosevelt Davis. Stunning bit of defending. Picks the pocket into the hands of Anderson. Now it's moving around the Surrey Scorchers players. Roosevelt Davis finds Jamell. Jamell Anderson, I should say. Tchouya goes inside. No good, but he's going to go to the line to shoot the 1 for 2. Tom Child with the foul. Burnell sits, as does Kayne Henry. Tom Ward back into proceedings, as is Akwasi Yeboah. Yeboah, who put on an absolute show early in the third. No good. Ciaran Sandy pulls down the ball. Danny Evans going inside. Good off the glass for 2. Tchouya. It's a 20-point ball game. Glacier Boys desperately want to get back in the final. They won this competition last year. That's a good finish. Roosevelt Davis found his way to the mid-range, put it home. 18 points to the gap now, 40 on the board. So by no means a low-scoring game. Oh, Tom Ward. Very quick to point out that the ball had in fact been kicked. Substitutions coming. Tchouya heads to the sideline. Josh Smith-White comes for him. I think that was the only change for either side. It was. As Evans in the paint. Oh, it rolls around and down on him. 60 on the board for the Glacier Boys. Roosevelt Davis received the ball whilst he was still located in the backcourt. Even though his feet landed in the front court, still a backcourt violation. It's where the ball goes, not where the feet go. Gets the outside, triples on the way, Evans. Just short, Tom Ward battling away. Played in this competition last year for the Worthing Thunder. Goes inside. Beautiful finish, Evans. 22 points the difference. Glacier Boys not mucking about. 3 ball. No good. To the hands of Ciaran Sandy. And you see changes. Jacdonmi and Adamu to check in. It's Danny Evans driving in, right-handed finish. 2 more for Evans. Stays in play, Evans. Three balls on the way. Akwasi Yeboah puts it down. I make that 13 points on the day for Yeboah. Ikenna Inwugwu is into the stands. Substitutions. Adamu and Jacdonmi will come for Tom Ward and Ciaran Sandy. Changes for the Scorchers. Inwugwu and Jacdonmi sit down. Max Coupe is into the game, as I think is Evan Walshe. Evans comes off the foot of Roosevelt Davis. 4:27, clock stays running. Danny Evans goes inside to Boban Jacdonmi. No good. Good rebound taken by Roosevelt Davis. Walshe goes inside. Oh, that would have been a beautiful make. Good invention by Jamell Anderson. Evans does want to put the three up immediately. Yeboah taking it direct, puts it home. 40 plays 69. Make that a 9-0 run. That's halted by Roosevelt Davis. Fouled in the act of shooting. 2 shots coming. Foul called on number 4. That's Roosevelt Davis. (15-4) is the period 4 differential. 17 for the difference now, as Yeboah puts down the 1 for 2. We're into the final minute of Hoopsfix rules basketball. We're going to be playing 2 minutes of FIBA regulation basketball to close out the game, as we've done and will do for every one of these Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League matchups. Shots up. No good. Pulled down by Jacdonmi. Jacdonmi puts it on the deck, goes to work. 42-73. Max Coupe. No good. The difference between the two sides now, 31 points. Akwasi Yeboah loses the handle. It will retain possession for his side. Changes coming. Brendan Tchouya and Josh Smith-White check in for Roosevelt Davis. In fact, Josh Smith-White does not come into the game. Kayne Henry comes in for Boban Jacdonmi and immediately puts in a 2 from the corner as Boban Tchouya takes it coast to coast. 1:34 to play. Kayne Henry loses the handle, and that's going to go the way of the Surrey Scorchers with 1:29 left to play. 44 plays 75. It stays this sort of difference as Jamell Anderson throws one down. This is up there with our larger deficits. Kicks to the corner. Max Richardson, little shovel handoff. Step back, fading away. No good from Kayne Henry from outside. Evan Walshe picking up the pace, takes it over the timeline. Goes in, out the hands of Kieran Otabor. And I think that really just sums up the way things have gone for Surrey this afternoon. The Scorchers. The odd bits of luck haven't gone their way, and they have come up against a real force of nature who are inspired, as that's an inspired bit of play. Jamell Anderson with the no-look behind the back pass to Brandon Tchouya, who had the finish. Max Richardson inside for 2, that's good. For the Glacier Boys, Evan Walshe driving downhill, finds Anderson, who puts it home. 50 up for Surrey. Still a 27-point difference. My brain tried to start talking about percentages, and I don't really understand why. 10 seconds to play, and I assume Amin Adamu is going to dribble it out. He puts it off the back, throws it down. A little bit mischievous. That's going to do it. 50-79 is the final. Glacier Boys. What a performance that they have just put in. What's that difference there? That's a 29-point difference. That points their overall points differential plus 49. So why am I talking about points difference? Well, if Hoopspace lose, they will lose the top spot to the Glacier Boys on points difference. As it stands, Hoopspace have with a win, Hoopspace will retain the top spot. And as we wait for the standings to update, the standings in Pool B, just whilst we're talking about standings, Ank finished top of the 3-0 record, 6 points total. Let's talk about our game leaders in this one as we wait for the stats to refresh. They're a little bit behind, but Akwasi Yeboah had 17 points in the contest. Jamell Anderson, he had 12. Brandon Tchouya had 12. Evan Walshe had 10. Kayne Henry had 16. Amin Adamu had 13. Akwasi Yeboah also had 8 rebounds. Danny Evans had 4 assists. Evan Walshe led the way with rebounds. He had 5. Jamell Anderson had 3 assists. That's going to do it. Game 3 is in the books. It finished Surrey 50, the Glacier Boys 79. Join us at 3:30, so 21 minutes away for vet status, taking on TBC in the Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League 2023, live from Brixton, brought to you by Stan Socks and Contested.com. We'll see you in